Some say the God of the Bible cannot exist because it portrays him as an all-powerful and all-loving God. But our world has always been filled with evil acts and much suffering. Certainly, they say, if an all-powerful and all-loving God exists, he would not have allowed such things to go on for so long among people he supposedly loves. Contrary to this contention, the Bible tells us that God has always had the power to rid our world of all evil and suffering, and that he has always loved us enough to do so. But why does the Bible say God has not yet done so? It actually gives us several reasons for this, but due to time constraints, I will here mention only two of them and discuss a couple more later on. God's first reason for not yet doing so is revealed in the Bible story of Adam and Eve. In it, we read that God expelled them from their beautiful garden home after they failed to obey him in one very simple matter. By doing so, God taught them and us that those who follow their own desires, regardless of what God tells them, which includes all of us at times, do not deserve to live in paradise. The second reason God has not yet rid our world of all evil and suffering is given to us in the Bible's book of Job. There we are told about a righteous man named Job who had been greatly blessed by God with a large family, great wealth, and good health. We also there read that the devil told God that Job was only faithfully serving him because of all God had done for him. Satan then challenged God to allow him to take from Job all that God had given him, to see if Job would then remain faithful to him. In response to Satan's challenge, God allowed him to severely test Job in that way. The Bible tells us that after all the hardship Satan then brought upon Job, he did indeed remain faithful to God. It also tells us that after Job passed the very severe test Satan brought upon him, God restored to him all that Satan had taken from him, and that God then gave Job much more than he had given him before Satan's test. This Bible story of Job teaches us that part of the reason God has allowed our world to be filled with all kinds of evil and suffering is to allow us the opportunity to express our love for him in both good times and bad times. This Bible story also assures us that if we remain faithful to God, even during the most difficult times in our lives, he will one day greatly reward us. You can find more information of this kind in this book and by subscribing to this channel.